Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over a team submitted by Rizachi. She's on my team for Altered Minds. So yeah, this team's going to be Dialga Origin Form in the front with Mewtwo Safe Swap and Giratina Origin in the back. So even though it's Double Dragon, these two dragons are very different. One of them is a Dragon Breath type of mon. So if I had something like Origin Form Palkia in the back, it would be probably a little too similar, not enough coverage. But something like Dialga versus Giratina, their matchups are just so different mainly because Giratina is going to be able to do a lot of damage to the fairies in this league, Master League. I forgot if I said that. It's Master League battles. Obviously, I guess you could have these mon in Ultra League, but yeah, so it's going to be good against things like Zacian or Xerneas, which are some of the fairies that you see a lot of in Master League. But it also carries a lot of weaknesses that Dialga doesn't have, such as anything with Dragon Breath is going to be doing an insane amount of damage to Giratina in a general sense. Obviously, things are pretty bulky in Master League, but Giratina O is going to have that resistance with the steel type, so just going to be taking neutral damage from those attacks, and then dealing double resisted damage to the fairy types. So yeah, they kind of have really good coverage with each other. And then Mewtwo, just like in the last video, instead of a safe lead, we're going back to safe swapping, and yeah, it's just super safe in this league. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the battles. But first, if you haven't, definitely like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out so much with the YouTube algorithm. If you care at all, you should definitely do it. All right, let's get into it. Okay, Dialga Origin Form into Zacian. It's not great, but it is technically better than the altered version of Dialga. I like waiting for them to throw close combat. You can choose to shield or not shield in this scenario. I'm good with either way. They actually do have Play Rough. That's interesting. So it could be a Play Rough Wild Charge. It could also just still be Play Rough close combat, but they didn't want to go into a debuffed mode here. But it's fine. We end up swapping into Mewtwo. We can take a Play Rough here. It's fine. They cannot take a Side Strike from us, so we might see this last mon. Oh, okay, it is Wild Charge. Really good to know. Is this CMP actually? Okay. Really good to know. Well, not anymore, I guess, but it was good to know for the time that it was going to be not necessarily the best into Origin Form Dialga. They do come in with Ho-Oh. This is another version or another way that I was saying in the intro where the coverage is so different. The Giratina Altered is actually a lot better against Ho-Oh than Dialga, obviously for the mere fact that it is partial steel typing and is going to be taking it's going to be taking neutral from the fire instead of resisted that the Giratina is taking. So, was this an Ominous Wind? Oh, no, it was a Shadow Ball. Okay, great. And now we have Dialga Origin Form in the back against Dialga Altered Form. But we have Roar of Time, which honestly impressive that the opponent swapped out in that fashion. This is an interesting matchup. We are throwing super effective into them, but they're throwing super effective into us. The one big plus side here is that Sky Attack has been nerfed and is not as good. But they could go for a farm down here if they do land the Sky Attack, if they want to shield again. But I like going for an Ominous Wind here. It's going to KO either way, so you might as well have the chance for a boost. And the boost can change up so much of this game. But nope, we swap into their swap. And, well, they show us Togekiss, so we're probably coming in Mewtwo. Going to wait out the timer. And we do come in Mewtwo. Okay. Great. So Side Strike, not going to be able to KO from here, but definitely going to be able to do enough. And then Kyogre, again, I've said this in so many videos at this point, but so good for Dialga Origin Form to have Roar of Time over Draco Meteor, just not debuffing yourself. It makes matchups like this a lot easier to just go for it instead of maybe trying to go for a bait and then a farm down. Not even necessarily a bait, just like a chip and a farm down. Going to be able to get one of the shields here, which is good. The timing, not great here, but also doesn't matter because we don't have time to get to the clock. And, okay, they probably knew it was over. We were going to be able to get to two Mewtwo. Mewtwo was going to be able to get to two Side Strikes there. Comes in with Shadow Mewtwo. Definitely need to shield this. if you know the title of this video being Side Strike is busted, Side Strike on Shadow Mewtwo, beyond busted. Oh, we go for the CMP here, but we're not going to get KO'd. But maybe could have gone one before. Maybe. I like the undercharge here, knowing that it's not going to KO, or knowing that, was this enough? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it was perfect. Great. Okay. Undoes any mistake on the CMP there. Does go for the Shadow Ball here. She knows this is going to, I mean, this is going to do a lot of damage to Togekiss in either direction. So probably going to come in Mewtwo now that we're fine on this switch. Going to have Dialgo in the back. Probably don't need to shield Mewtwo into this matchup. I like going for good timing here. Again, you want to throw 1-4-7 since you have a 2-turn attack. They have a 3-turn attack. And we can get there in 4 here if they let us. Okay, they caught. Could... How much HP do we have? Yeah, we could go up to a Side Strike here, but it's also fine going for this farm down. They're not really going to affect us with anything. Then we'll have the Iron Head for the Togekiss, so GG either way. You could shield this. They also didn't make it to a Blizzard, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, and then just going to go Iron Head into the Togekiss, and that's going to be GG. Okay, we're going to try. This match is going on longer than I thought. I thought they would just top left, to be honest. But they're going to go for the end of the match here, which is fine. Okay, this is a weird matchup. They don't have a Hundo. That's good to know. But they do have a Best Buddy, Dialga. It's probably a 15-15-14 because it is pretty close to the Hundo Best Buddy, which I believe is 4620. Yeah, 4620. They do end up going for the shield here. You could go for the shield. You can not go for the shield. I don't care either way. I do like leaving the matchup because they're going to get too much energy. You could shield this and then go for maybe like 7 fast attacks here. Let's see how many we go for. Okay, they end up switching. But we could have gone for a lot there if they had actually stayed in. But good on them for recognizing to switch out after taking the shield. But we are far ahead and we can go for another Side Strike. Okay, going for 1 instead of 2 is fine because you don't want to take that Incinerate damage. And that's obviously what she was going for there. You could probably just not shield this and go all in on Giratina at this point. I like this. Waiting the timer out, great. Could also end up going for a catch because I believe switches up. Okay, let's look out for the catch. Okay. I mean, we could shield a Brave Bird. Oh, they actually went for Sacred Fire. Interesting. Probably going to go for Ominous Wind here. Although with the Sacred Fire... Okay, going for the catch. Okay, we did end up going for the catch. Great. They're getting desperate there, and they know that they just want to throw a move off. They do have Lando. 2 Shadow Balls should be able to KO. I think they swapped 2, so that should just be GG. They're at 2, 3, 4, so they're not at a move, and this KOs. And then going to be able to farm down everything because the Dialga's out of energy. They threw 2 Iron Heads at the beginning. Maybe won't be able to farm it down, but definitely going to outpace to an Ominous Wind. Again, it was going to take 7.5 turns still, or 15 turns rather, to get to an Iron Head there, and now they're just going to get farmed down here. Shadow Ho-Oh, really scary actually, even into this Mewtwo because, well, we're going to do a lot of damage though. And they never get to like swap in on us because Incinerate's just so slow. So maybe they got very greedy. Are they just going for like a 2-shield farm down? I don't understand. I probably would let this go at this point. We actually did a lot. And then we're going to wait out the timer and then come in with Giratina probably. Could actually come in Dialga also just because it's Shadow. I actually really like coming in Dialga here. We are punished. Could take this, could shield it and then swap. Could try to catch. Okay, yeah. I don't know how much we gain here because they're going to get to 2 moves, but we do have a lot of energy on Giratina Origin, which actually, okay, or Dialga Origin, man. I already know I'm messing up so many of these names because I called this Giratina Origin earlier, Origin Form Giratina, and now I'm just like saying it over and over. We can go for Ominous Wind, maybe go for the boost. I haven't watched these videos, so I'm kind of hoping that one of these boosts, but we'll see. Not this one, apparently. Rip. Ooh. Could go for the farm down on Dialga. Okay, this should be good because we're just going to go double Iron Head, I believe. Or if they shield the first one, we'll go Roar of Time. Don't need to shield, but I guess they did go to 7. We can go 4 more. Okay, we went 3 more. That's fine as well. Because we're just going to farm down the Ho-Oh in the front, right? Because it's still 2 turns away from a move. Or 2 incinerates, rather, which is 10 turns away from a move. So taking 11 Dragon Breaths is a lot, especially for Shadow Lugia there. Shadow Ho-Oh. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. All right. Going to go for the Roar Time. We do win CMP. We are best buddied. You know, taking it serious, going for the best buddy. Oh, they didn't throw a move, actually. Okay. Now they're going to throw an Iron Head for sure. I wonder if we're going to let this go through, and if it's an Iron Head, maybe swap. This is also another Iron Head. Maybe we live. They have taken more damage than we have, actually. Okay, I like coming in Mewtwo here. They're actually so far away from another move that we can really farm up. Oh, and now is the question of, do we go for the Shadow Ball? Man, we have Best Buddy Mewtwo as well. She, does she have Giratina? Is Giratina also Best Buddied? Okay, gonna be able to go for a farm down here, I believe. If this is a Side Strike, maybe they go double Side Strike. Okay, perfect. Dialgo's still pretty far away from a move, at least 4 turns. At least. I think even more than that, to be honest. Okay. We have 2 moves here, I believe. So even if they shield, we go again. But they're not going to shield. But this just shows the strength of Mewtwo. Even though this video is supposed to be all about the double dragons, the Mewtwo strength is so good, maybe it was worth 2 videos. I mean, you can just see how much damage we're doing to everything. We're pressuring shields. We're doing half HP to everything. Giratina is not good against this in the back, so really getting the damage in is great here. How much does Spatial Rend do? Does it KO? I feel like it does. Oh, they have Draco Meteor. The attack fell. Maybe it's time to come in Dialga and hope that attack fall is really going to pressure a lot. Oh my gosh, 1 HP in a dream. Is the Mewtwo best buddied? I don't know. I don't know what everything's HP is supposed to be best buddied. I'm sure. I think the Dialga is best buddied because we had that little bit of damage lead against the last Dialga, right? Okay, either way, Primarina in the back here. Oh, I mean, Primarina takes a ton of damage. You could honestly let this go, come in Dialga and farm down. I think I would do that. You could also come in Giratina and farm down. It's not like the charms are going to do that much. But there is at least the partial resistance here on Dialga, and it's not going to really get to another move. Disarming Voice is a cheap move, but also is going to take you a long time to get to it. Technically, you live this, but you probably do shield since we have the shield advantage. You might want to throw right away. Man, I think I would have thrown right away. I also think I would have baited, so let's see if this comes to fruition for her. Okay, nice. Okay, I like going for the Shadow Ball here. Just pressure it with the actual good moves. We still have a lot of HP on Dialga. Oh yeah, we're good. Although, okay, they don't farm down. This is just an Aqua Tail though, for sure. Oh, it's the regular Palkia, just like we have. Because we didn't raid enough. I say didn't raid enough, we're not even close. We're hundreds away. So, yeah, this is just going to farm down. You can shield whatever they throw first. They're not going to get to 2 moves, and that's going to be GG. Togekiss in the front. I mean, it's bad, but it's not the worst. You're definitely at least hitting it for super effective with the Iron Heads. Just have to make sure to throw on good timing here. Great, good timing. It doesn't KO. It does do a lot. And actually, by the time the second one comes around, it does KO. If I remember this right, you always win the 1s. You always lose the 2s. Oh, this one was not great timing. But I guess if you always lose the 2s, it doesn't matter. Maybe we're going to swap into Mewtwo at this point. Yeah, makes sense. We could throw Side Strike right away. Just be wary of a catch. Might be worth shielding here. Also, it doesn't really do a lot. So maybe not worth shielding, actually. And we can go 4 more. Okay. Yeah, we went 4. Perfect. This is going to KO for sure. And now Mewtwo has 4 extra fast attacks of energy here. Going to go to Primarina. Just remember, if you are running Mewtwo with Side Strike and Shadow Ball, Side Strike does the exact same amount as Shadow Ball, so it technically does a little more. So only use Shadow Ball in matchups where Side Strike is resisted. Okay. I like coming in with this here. You are going to have to shield once, but at least you're doing... Perfect catch, actually. And now just going to be able to farm down. And now it's just freaking over. Double Shadow Ball, and that's GG. Man, what a good catch. You also could have shielded and just gone for the full farm down, but then we don't know what's in the back, so tough. Surf does a lot here. You could go 4 and then throw, or you could just throw right away. I believe they're super low with the Toga. Wait. Was this Kyogre double... No, it was Togekiss in the front, wasn't it? So it was ABA Charm. Okay, Lando in the front, really bad. They could have Sandseared and then swapped, which might have done them a lot better here, because now we're going to be able to pressure in the one shields. We're going to win for sure. And we're definitely going to shield here. Yeah. I like how I'm saying definitely before I even know, because it just makes so much sense. This Mewtwo is going to pressure so much here. I like going up to the full energy and actually CMPing. This is great. It makes them make a choice they may not want to make. I wonder if we shield this if we have enough to get to 2 Psy Strikes. We have the time. Oh. Do we, though? They might get their one turn before us, but they're also pretty low. Oh, they... What a weird play by the opponent. They got really scared. We can just switch to Giratina now. And I was going to say we no shield, but obviously we don't have any shields. So they might try to go for a Sandsear into a Sandsear, or a Sandsear into a Stone Edge if they think they're going to make it. Stone Edge might KO from here, but another Sandsear is not going to KO. Okay, we have a ton of energy. Shadow Ball. Do we make it 2 Shadow Balls here? This game does look... Oh my god, I forgot about the attack drop. This game looks really good in our favor, though. Except for this Dialga has a lot of energy. Our Dialga is looking very good in the back. But we have to not get Roar of Timed. So let's hope we catch. Also, technically, we do live a Roar of Time. And the Palkia is really low. The Palkia is like 2... Oh my god. No, that's not good, though. Damn. Close game, though. Close game. All right, Giratina Origin in the lead. Obviously, this is great for us. They can go into Xerneas. Also good for us. Play Rough, not going to KO. It's Moonblast, right? Moonblast not going to KO. And, yeah, we end up sneaking an attack through here. Some bad timing here by the opponent, but it's okay. What was the name of this move? It's like Gyromancy. I forgot the answer to it. I know it. Damn. Anyways, they come back in. We're going to come back in with Dialga, and hopefully the thing in the back is going to be... I think it might be double Fairy in the back, so maybe it's going to be Zacian, which would be very good for us. The question is, do we want to shield this or not? Because do we think they're actually double weak to Dialga, or do we think they're baiting just to pressure us? Could throw the Iron Head. Yeah, great. This will pressure the shield because it will KO. Okay. Could shield, could not shield. It's fine either way. It was Zacian in the back. Okay, this is great for us. Unless they play rough. But usually... Well, no, usually in the back you do run play rough. But you usually run like play rough wild charge. Okay, not necessarily bad though, because we're still going to get to 2 Shadow Balls, and one is going to go through the shield, so nice. Palkia lead, but they are not leaving, so they're going to go for a Spatial Rend and a dip. I think we just shield this. We have a ton of energy, and if they stand, we just farm down, but they're probably going to dip. They do come in with a Mewtwo. We could go for an Iron Head here. Looks like we're going to go for double Iron Head. We know that a Psy Strike not going to KO us, so we want to go for those. We want to go for that big time shield advantage. Although now they have such a massive amount of energy that we're probably just going to let this go. So they were weak to this, but I think their weakness was actually Mewtwo, because Mewtwo technically is weak against the Dialga. They do come back in with this. We could come in Giratina. Yeah, this makes sure that if they get a move off, it's going to be Aqua Tail rather than Spatial Rend. They do come in with Dialga. We go for the Shadow Ball. and probably going to swap because it's doing super effective damage to us and we want to go back to that neutral. And again, this is where Shadow Ball is going to be good because it's going to be neutral damage against them. But we do need a Shadow Ball and a Psy Strike. Probably not going to go for 2 Shadow Balls because that's going to be very risky for them to get to double Iron Head before we get there. So yeah, nice. Good, good at noticing that. All right, those are going to be all the games. Thank you again so much, Rizachi, for sending in the games. And again, anyone is recommended to send battles to me. The email address is in the description below. Like and subscribe to this channel if you like the battles, I guess. And yeah, let me know how many times I mispronounced something in the comments below. Hey, thank you for watching the video, and if you want to continue to support me, definitely click that subscribe button. You'll see any content coming out, and if you want another video on this same league for some more tips and tricks to other teams, check that video out right there, and I'll see you in the next one.